Food is all around us. It's no longer just in our kitchens and restaurants. It's on our phones, Instagram, YouTube. We use food as a reason to get together, celebrate, and experience. No matter if that experience is in your home or in a different city. I am your host, Scott Scher, and I'm here to talk about your favorite food and the people behind them. This is the I'd Eat That podcast.
Like meeting with locals, seeing what they're doing and what they're getting their tips and where you should go and visit in their city. So you kind of get that insight. It's pretty insightful.
Welcome to the 10th episode of the I'd Eat That podcast. Doesn't matter if this is your 10th episode or your first. I appreciate you joining me today on the I'd Eat That podcast, the food podcast where we interview creative minds of the food world. Today's show is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering our listeners a free audiobook with a 30-day free trial membership. Just go to audibletrial.com/I'd-eat-that and browse the unmatched selection of audio programs. Download a title free and start listening. It's that easy. Go to audibletrial.com/I'd-eat-that. Today we have Sasha Larkin, U.S. General Manager of EatWith. EatWith is like the Airbnb for food. If you've ever wanted to travel like Anthony Bourdain in his episodes where he eats large and authentic family-sized meals with the locals, EatWith is the app for you. Let's talk to Sasha to learn more. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for the I'd Eat That podcast. Today we have Sasha Larkin, the U.S. General Manager of EatWith, with us today. How are you doing today, Sasha?
I'm doing very well.
Awesome. Did you do anything fun over the weekend?
This weekend, and I don't get a lot of these weekends, was really lay low, which I kind of appreciate and take advantage of, especially just as holidays are around the corner and the schedule is going to get hectic.
Oh, great. So you work for EatWith. Can you tell us a little bit about EatWith and what they do?
Yeah. So those who aren't familiar with EatWith is the world's largest community of culinary experiences with locals. We're in 130 countries. And when I talk about culinary experiences, I'm talking about anywhere from, dinner parties to cooking classes to food tours. And those experiences vary. So it could be something as classic as a pastry making class in Paris to something you can't find anywhere else. So like an elaborate 11-course seafood menu tasting that you could experience at a very unique Brooklyn loft. It really does range, and it's pretty unique and special.
Okay, and who is EatWith for?
Oh, everyone. People who are hungry for just not delicious food, because we all love food, but for people who are looking for something that's unique and immersive when they're traveling. I'll also add that it's not only when you're traveling. We do find that a lot of people are using and going to our events that are local. So in New York and San Francisco, LA, Chicago, we are seeing a lot of people who are joining the table are people who are from those cities who are just looking for, again, something unique and immersive to do. Oh,
so what is one of the advantages or benefit of someone going into someone else's home to dine with them?
It's unique and different. So you get an immersive experience. And again, when you're traveling and you're looking for something a little bit different, you get a lot of the local flavors, let's say, and get to meet locals. You don't always get to do that when you're traveling. You're going to all the traditional and more, the Coliseum. You're going to go there, you're going to have that, you're going to see that. But then something like meeting with locals, seeing what they're doing and what they're getting their tips and where you should go and visit in their city. So you kind of get that insight. It's pretty insightful.
What I like about EatWith, I've always been a big fan of Anthony Bourdain shows.
Oh, yes.
I always try to go to the restaurants he goes to, but there's times when he goes into a family's home and he eats with them, and I'm like, I can't do that. I'm like, I don't know a family in Argentina. Like, I can't do that.
Well, now you have EatWith.
Exactly.
I was going to say, I would say you could do both. It isn't really about doing the restaurant or doing this. You could do both. We're going to New York. You are going to those Michelin star restaurants. You're going to go check out the lunch spots that your friends told you about or that you saw Anthony Bourdain go to. You're going to go and check those places out. And then, one of those nights, if you wanted to go and meet locals and just have a immersive experience and get, the flavor of the city, you could go to an EatWith dinner and kind of get that experience.
And on the flip side, why would someone want to host one of these events at their home with a bunch of people they don't know?
Well, our hosts are very passionate of just bringing people together and sharing their culture. See that a lot. And that really is what drives our hosts to do this. And we are a platform that kind of enables them to be able to do that and to share their passion.
And how can someone go about becoming a host?
Go to EatWith.com. The right-hand corner, there is a Become a Host. You can go there, do that. Our team, we have a community team that works with every person who applies. They review every application. You get, go through the process and you go to the community team, and that's how you kind of get started.
Can hosts earn money with EatWith?
Yeah, definitely. And it is the beauty about what we do is it really is on the host farm. So you host as often as you like, and you set your own price. So whatever price you want to make per seat, you set, and that's what you get. There is a service fee for the guests when they're checking out, but the host sets their price. To give you an example, and we have hosts in New York who is hosting about, I think her seats are like $90, and she's hosting about 3 times a week, and she hosts about 15 people at a time. In San Francisco, we definitely have a host who he hosts only 1 time a week, but he's hosting like 30 people at a time in a similar price range. And so could they be hosting more? Sure. I'm sure they can if they would want to. I do also know that a lot of hosts, like I said, they sometimes will go and travel themselves. They'll have a month off. So it really is what schedule they set for themselves. And that kind of is what the beauty of a platform like ours is.
And in addition to this type of experience, I noticed that you guys have the Master Chef experience. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we partnered with Master Chef, and the contestants who you see on TV, once they're off the show, they are looking to continue to share their passion for what they do and what they've learned and with their fans and just people who are coming to their cities. So if you're in Boston, Nick, finalist at MasterChef this year, he's hosting there. Dorian, I know the winner, is also hosting right close by Atlanta. They're just, again, a platform that they join and we partner with them. So we're able to kind of give their fans a taste of what they've seen on TV.
That's a really cool experience. I definitely want to check something like that out.
If you're going to Boston, there's that. I think we also have experiences in Dallas. I don't know, were you following the show?
I saw a few of the episodes. I'm familiar with Nick.
Oh, yes, Nick.
I remember seeing the finals.
Fred and Bree are also, they're hosting in Dallas. So if you're in Dallas, you should check them out too.
Gives me a reason to fly to Dallas then.
A road show.
Yeah, exactly.
Road trip. Hitting on all these cities. I hear you. I'll join.
Yeah, maybe make a Master Chef tour that I can with a group of friends.
Exactly.
Any big upcoming plans with EatWith?
Yes. I mean, we have Master Chef that we partnered with. We also partnered with TripAdvisor and Marriott. So their guests are also getting a taste of what our EatWith experience are all about. But, the big thing right now for us is we are opening a lot more cities here in the States. So if you are tuning in and you are interested or know anyone who might be interested in becoming a host, we are opening a lot more cities in the U.S. So definitely come and apply at eatwith.com.
Awesome. What do you have to say for those that are still on the fence about using EatWith?
Oh, I would have to tell them that they need to just give it a try. I think they would be so surprised. Just pleasantly surprised, because I will say we get the reviews daily of just guests who experienced it and left a review for a host, and we monitor that. And again and again and again, we see, this was my first EatWith experience, and it was the highlight of my trip. And that's not unique. We see that a lot. So I will say someone who wants to do something different and unique and they should check out an EatWith experience. They'd love it.
Have you used EatWith personally?
Oh my gosh, of course. Tons of times.
What have been some of your favorite experiences on EatWith?
Oh, I mean, I went to, by the way, now we're talking about Bree and Fred. I went to Bree and Fred's event in LA, and that was very, very good. I mean, if you're in San Francisco, you should try Jeff. He does this Bay Area seafood dinner, and it's so delicious. It's like all the dishes are very thoughtful. In San Francisco, I would also check out Emilio. He does this beautiful dinner party in Alamo Square, which, it's a very historic neighborhood. It's very lovely. Definitely check him out. In, New York, course, I does this beautiful elaborate dinner that I was talking about in Brooklyn. John and Julia, another host in Brooklyn. That's just lovely. I've also been to Dimitri's in Athens. I also did a sushi class in Tokyo. Maybe what I'll do is I'll give you a list of places I did that are so interesting, and we can include them in the link release this interview, and they can check them out. But I could go on and on. It's really lovely. I will be going to Philadelphia, and I know Raquel, who apparently is sold out through December.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she sold out through December. It's nuts. I'm trying to get a seat with her, and I think we did get it. So I'll be going there. So if you're going to Philadelphia, you should definitely check hers out. In LA, there is Christina, who does this Greek feast in the Hollywood Hills. It's beautiful. So anyways, I could go on. What I'll do is I could send you the link of events that I would recommend, and you can maybe include it. That'd be great.
Absolutely. I would love that. And for those that are listening, feel free to check the EatWith website for unique culinary experiences in your neighborhood.
Yes, please do. And our social media, too.
Great. Oh, and which social media apps are you on?
It would be Instagram. You can check it out at EatWith, and also on Facebook. It's EatWith.
Are you ready for the final 4 questions?
Yes.
What food city are you dying to go to that you haven't been to yet?
Oh, I'm embarrassed, but I haven't been to Nashville, and I don't know why. I need to make myself. I plan to go to Nashville in the next few months. That's the big one for me. I hear that I need to check out Hot Chicken.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Hattie B's is the popular place there. It's really good.
I will definitely have to check it out.
It's a little bit of a line, but it's worth the wait.
I am down. I'm not scared by lines.
Perfect. What is the hardest meal for you to pass up when you're out to dinner?
Right now, I would say ramen. I love ramen. Dipping noodles to the beef broth. Right now, I'm leaning to the beef broth, the pork broth. But yes, ramen. Love it.
What is the most exotic dish you've eaten?
That one's hard because I feel like I've tried a lot of interesting things.
Mm-hmm.
Probably off the top of my head, I'm going to say probably like snakes and scorpions and insects that I tried at Cambodia.
Wow.
That was fun. It's interesting. But yes, probably that right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty exotic. And if people want to learn more about EatWith, where can they find that information?
You could check us out at eatwith.com. You could also follow us on social media, so Facebook at EatWith and Instagram at EatWith. But yeah, that's how you could stay on the loop of all the new cities that we're adding and just all the experiences that are out there.
Perfect. Thank you, Sasha, for joining with us today on the I'd Eat That podcast.
Thank you.
Big thanks to Sasha Larkin, United States General Manager of EatWith, for joining me on the I'd Eat That podcast today. If you want to learn more about EatWith and their events, the links to their website and Sasha's event recommendations are attached in the episode's description. If you enjoyed what you heard, please subscribe, share, and rate this podcast. Just doing that will go a long way. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Curate for additional content. Next week, we will have our Thanksgiving episode. We will have 2019 Maryland Chef of the Year, Ashish Alfred. He is the executive chef of Duck Duck Goose in Baltimore City, The Loft at 4935 in D.C., George's Chop House in Bethesda, Maryland. He was also featured on The Today Show, Baltimore Magazine, and Washington Post. Chef Ashish Alfred is going to teach us the different ways to perfect your Thanksgiving turkey. I will see you next week on the I'd Eat That podcast.